Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. So let's start a Friday, because God knows there's going to be enough crazy crap that goes on today, with something that's much more prepper related than politics or world events or anything like that. So this is something that we need to pay attention to. Me and many people have talked about the grand solar minimum for a couple of years now. And of course, all the climate change fanatics pshaw that off. They just want to go, oh, global warming and all this sort of crap. All right. And they're going to come out again this weekend. For those of you that are down south, especially down in Texas, this weekend is supposed to be brutal in the way of heat, okay? About 2/3 of Texas is supposed to be over 100, Louisiana up in the high 90s, et cetera, et cetera. There are supposed to be more than a dozen record highs being broken tomorrow, okay, just in Texas alone. When you're pushing 100 degrees in Dallas, you get down in San Antonio and stuff like that, okay, maybe you're getting warm. All right, but Dallas doesn't usually see its first 95-degree day until late May. Austin and San Antonio hitting 100, that usually doesn't happen until late June, early July. Guys, this is early May. All right, so if this tells you anything of where the summer is going to be, we could be, I'm not a meteorologist, okay, but I mean, imagine you start seeing desert temperatures in Texas, okay, in the East Texas, okay, West Texas, okay, fine, but East Texas, no. This comes into play for a couple of reasons. First off, I want to say about water. You're growing your gardens, you need water, whatever it would be. That is going to be an issue if you get this heat, because the evaporation, the humidity, et cetera, is going to be brutal and dangerous, if you will. So if you haven't got your AC serviced yet, or you need to go out and buy a window unit or whatever, a fan, now's the time to get it, today, because tomorrow, pretty much I can bet you that there's going to be a run on them in the stores. Okay. Now, more importantly, where this comes into play is electricity. And ERCOT down in Texas, the third grid, has already said they are expecting abnormally high strain on the grid. Now, I want you to think about this part. Let's say because of this heat, the power goes out, or they start doing brownouts or rolling blackouts or whatever it is. Do you have a backup plan to stay cool? Heat kills, guys. You see stories every year of cooling centers. Usually they're in New York or something like that. Everybody goes to a community center or a high school gym or whatever it would be. But every year you see stories of people that died in their home from the heat. Make sure you've got, right now, something to counteract that. Plenty of water, okay? Stocked. If it's not bottled water or whatever it is, today, get yourself a couple of milk jugs or pitchers or something, and just fill them with water, because even in this heat, you're going to sweat walking from your front door to your car, and you need to stay hydrated. The other thing is, I've got, a well out back, or, I'm on city water, and the water's not going to be a problem. If the power goes out, so does your water supply. That's why I'm saying make sure you've got water. Yes, I know, and there's going to be some troll that's going to go, it always gets hot in Texas. Yeah, it does. Not this early. And the electric companies are not prepared for it. I'll give you this. Texas runs a whole lot on wind power. Okay, this is the joys of going green. It's going to be hot in May, and the power grid is already saying we don't have enough electricity to meet demand this early. Okay, so what's going to happen in, I don't know, June, July, August, and September, where it's usually hotter? Okay, they don't have the fuel to meet capacity. So then you get into the talk of natural gas. Okay, all right, we're going to fire up some of these other sources to provide electricity. This is something else you need to think about, guys. Being preppers, getting ahead of the game. I know it's going to be 100 degrees. Last thing you want to talk about is heat, all right? Natural gas. A lot of your electric providers will run on natural gas. Anybody looked at the price of natural gas? We're pushing $9 right now. And the companies are saying we're going to see $10 here in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so your fuel price, whatever you're paying now, and your electric, whatever it would be, if it's running on natural gas, there's a 12% increase we can expect in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very important to take care of some of this stuff now, because you may not be able to take care of it 2 weeks from now. I know a lot of people say, oh, I've had this forever. And please understand, it runs the entire gamut here of preppers on this channel. We've got very seasoned preppers who go, nope, I've got everything, I'm good to go. And we got people on this channel that started 2 weeks ago. All right. So, and I try to make this all inclusive for everybody. So, for you newbies who are still stocking rice and beans and doing that, and putting the beginnings together, go out today and buy yourself a couple of cases of water. Fill some pitchers, fill some empty milk jugs, fill something with water. This is one of those where it may not be a bad idea to go scrub the bathtub and fill the bathtub with water. Okay? I'm just saying, worst comes to worst, it may be somewhere to go put your body in to cool down. All right? But please take this heat wave seriously. Don't need to hear any stories about somebody that died from heat stroke. Heat injuries are very, very, very dangerous. Military-wise, they, trained us on it well. Guys, please, no long sleeve shirts. Wear shorts if you can, the least amount of clothing. Stay in a cool area. Do whatever you can to stay cool. This heat like this can be deadly. All right, do whatever you can right now to minimize the effect it's going to have on you. And remember, this isn't just going to sit here. If this is in Texas on Saturday, we can pretty much assume this is Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, feasibly Tennessee, whatever it is, here on Sunday, here on Monday, whatever be. Just be prepared for some heat. We'll inevitably see you later today. Have a good one. Pinball out.